All right, thank you all for being here for the official weigh-in for UFC 320 Ankalaev versus Pereira 2, and we begin in the co-main event. First-time undisputed title challenger, the number 4 ranked UFC bantamweight in the world, Cory Sandhagen.
$134.5.
134.5, the official weight for the challenger, Cory Sandhagen. All right, next fighter to the scale is the gentleman around whom this fight card was built, the reigning, defending, undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Magomed Ankalaev.
Yeah. 204.5.
204.5, the official weight for Magomed Ankalaev. All right, next fighter to the scale is the other man around whom the fight card was built, the future Hall of Famer, former 2-division UFC champion and number 1 ranked light heavyweight contender, Pereira.
Shane. All these camera guys that are blocking the fight.
All the camera guys can't block these fighters. They need to 204.5.
204.5, the official weight for Pereira. And with that, your UFC 320 main event is now official. All right, next fighter to the scale, making the 3rd defense of his bantamweight title here in 2025, the undisputed bantamweight king, Merab Dvalishvili.
Sam, are you hearing a pop in the line like it's hot?
Can't sit on this stage.
$135.
135, the official weight for the champion, Merab Dvalishvili. And with that, your co-main event is official.
5, 4, 2, 1. Take your drum.
Let's go! Yeah! As dude! Boom!
152.5.
152.5, the official weight for Jusong Yu.
2, 1. Take your drum.
All right, next athlete to the stage, the number 10 ranked women's bantamweight, Yana Santos. $135 for Yana Santos.
2, 1. Take your Yana.
All right, next athlete to weigh in this morning, charged with kicking off the pay-per-view main card in the middleweight division, Joe Pyfer. 186, the official weight for Joe Pyfer. All right, next fighter to the scale, also competing live on pay-per-view, the number 8 ranked featherweight in the world, Josh Emmett.
$146.
146, the official weight for Josh Emmett.
Thank you, Josh.
Next fighter to the scale is his opponent, the 9th ranked featherweight in the UFC, Yusuf Zalal.
$146.
146 for Yusuf Zalal.
2, 1. Thank you.
All right, next man up, competing in a bantamweight prelim live on FX and ESPN Plus, Chris Gutierrez.
$136.
136, the official weight for Chris Gutierrez.
2, 1. Thank you.
All right, next fighter to the scale, one half of the featured prelim in the middleweight division, Trustin Vines.
$185.
185 for Trustin Vines.
1. Thank you, Justin.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the welterweight division, Ramiz Brahimaj.
$170.5.
170.5, the official weight for Ramiz Brahimaj.
2, 1. Thank you, Ramiz.
All right, next fighter up, back to the middleweight division, Andre Muniz.
$185.5.
185.5 for Andre Muniz.
2, 1. Thank you, Andre.
All right, next man to the scale, competing in a featured bout live on pay-per-view, the former undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion, now the number 2 ranked contender, Yuri Prochazka.
$206.
206, the official weight for Yuri Prochazka.
1. Thank you, Yuri.
All right, next athlete to the scale, competing in the featured prelim in the middleweight division, Ateba Gauthier.
$186.
186 for Ateba Gauthier.
1. Thanks, Ateba.
All right, next fighter up in the welterweight division, Austin Vanderford.
$170.5.
170.5, the official weight for Austin Vanderford.
2, 1. Thank you, Austin.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the bantamweight division and making his UFC debut here tomorrow night, Magomed Ankalaev.
$136.
136, the official weight for Magomed Ankalaev.
2, 1. Thank you, Jakob.
All right, keeping it moving in the middleweight division, Sandhagen.
$185.5.
185.5, the official weight for Sandhagen.
2, 1. Thank you, Edmund.
All right, next fighter up, competing tomorrow night at a catch weight of 153 pounds, Daniel Santos.
$151.
151 for Daniel Santos.
2, 1. Thank you, Daniel.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the women's flyweight division, back for the first time in a long time, Brogan Walker.
$124.5.
124.5 for Brogan Walker.
3, 2, 1. Thank you, Brogan.
All right, next athlete to the stage, competing in the bantamweight division, Farid Basharat.
$136.
136, the official weight for Farid Basharat.
1. Thank you, Farid.
All right, next man to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view, former light heavyweight title challenger and the number 4 ranked contender, Khalil Roundtree Jr.
$205.
205, the official weight for Khalil Roundtree Jr. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in a prelim in the women's flyweight division, Veronica Hardy.
$125.5.
125.5, the official weight for Veronica Hardy. All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning, competing in a prelim in the welterweight division, Punahele Soriano.
$170.5.
170.5, the official weight for Punahele Soriano. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in a prelim in the bantamweight division, Patchy Mix.
136.
136, the official weight for Patchy Mix.
Five, four, three, two, one. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning, competing in a prelim in the welterweight division, Nikolai Veritenikov. $170.5, the official weight for Nikolai Veritenikov. 2 to go. $185.5, the official weight for Abus Magomed. All right, our final fighter to weigh in this morning, the number 5 ranked women's bantamweight contender, Macy Chasson. $138 for Macy Chasson, 2 pounds over the bantamweight limit. $137.5 for Macy Chasson, who will have about an hour if she so desires to cut the final pound.